All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I decided to play one more final season of FIFA 14 before I called it quits. This season took me like 3 months to finish because I just kept going back and playing other games, and I would come back to this. But this is the conclusion of the fifth season as Portsmouth. If you remember, if you haven't already, you can watch the last episode. We left off, we had finally made it to the Premier League, and we had finished third after winning the Euro League as well. So as you see, we finished top of the table. Pretty dominant effort. Defense was obviously 7 goals we gave up the entire season. That's just awesome. Yeah, we lost our first game of the season at Norwich, and then we turned around and we went undefeated for the next 33 games until our 34th game. We lost 1-0 to Newcastle. So, yeah, we pretty much had the title wrapped up by, like, I want to say mid-April. We had already clinched. But, yeah, we'll go through the other ones. Outside of this, it was kind of disappointing to say the least. The Community Shield, we started off. We lost on penalties to Chelsea, as you see there, 1-1 and then 4-3 in penalties. The FA Cup, in the quarters, I decided, we're only playing Wolves. We could probably play like our backups, third stringers. We couldn't get anything done, and they scored their lone goal and beat us. So that kind of sucked. Next up, the Capital One Cup. Again, same scenario. We played Brighton and Hove Albion. I thought, okay, I could play the backups. You would have thought, after this, I would have learned with the FA Cup, and we lost 1-0. So, as you see, to get through, we actually got by Middlesbrough in penalties, 3-0. That's pretty impressive. The Copa Europe, we actually did win that. We beat Liverpool 4-1, pretty dominating. Now the Champions Cup, again. All these games were crazy. Juventus, we had a 1-0 lead going into Juventus, and they scored the first 2 goals. I thought, oh my God, what is going on? So then we wound up bouncing back and scoring 2 goals in the final 15 minutes to take us through. Bayern Munich, our first game was at home, and they scored first. And then we scored 2 goals to win the game 2-1 in like the final 5 minutes. And then same thing happened at Bayern Munich. They scored first, and then we scored 2 late goals to win that game as well, 2-1. And then in the semis, as you see, we played Chelsea. Our first game again was at home. We scored. 20 seconds later, they tied it. We scored. 20 seconds later, they tied it. So 2-2, we go at Chelsea. We score first, and then with 15 minutes to go, we concede, and they go through on away goals. Yeah. So outside of the league, it was kind of frustrating. I thought we'd do better. In the Euro League, as you see, Milan beat Atletico. And then the World Cup's going on right now in Russia. So anyways, that's that. Good league campaign, but outside of that, rather disappointing. We'll check out the squad report here. Excuse me. I should also mention that at the beginning of the season, Mbai, who was our starting left back, demanded to be sold. So we had to get rid of him, and we didn't have any other left backs. So we decided to switch up the roster, and I went with a 3-5-2, which means our right backs were expendable. So we sold Yedlin and got a really good price for him. And then, like 2 weeks later, Jordan or Jonathan Tah, our basically our best center back, decided to be sold. So we had to get rid of him. So there was some definite changes that took place, but we'll go through those as I get there. As you see, Butlin, and I'm going to put it on this so you can see, Butlin moved up 3 to an 83. He was voted Player of the Year. I think he had 31 clean sheets in in the Barclays. He started every game. Gonsalves Dos Santos, he moved up 4 to a 79, so that's pretty good. Ake, or however you say his name, moved up 2 to an 82. Payne was a kid that we picked up after we had let go of Ta, and this kid's really done well. He's moved up 5 to a 76. Yeah, we had to sign a lot of center backs to make up for now having to start 3 of them, and then, of course, losing Ta. Cruz has been one of the players of the season for me. We signed him right after we signed Ta, and he's just been awesome. As you see, he moved up 1 to an 80. We bought him, as you see, from Nuremberg for $15 million and some scrub we weren't going to play anyways. So he's been a great pickup. And then we got Shabala, who moved up 1 to an 80. Januzaj is stuck at an 83. What we did was we had signed that Improta guy, and he wasn't moving up at all. He was like stuck at an 80 and 81. So I figured, okay. So what I did was I basically sold Improta for like 25 million and then bought this Januzaj for 18 million. So we got a better player, a younger player, and we made $7 million out of it. So that was pretty good. Marston's moved up 3 to an 82, slowly becoming one of the great players in the world. He's only 19. Gald moved up 4 to a 79. Martial's moved up 3 to an 81. That's pretty good. And then again, also, we signed Lukaku. We had to spend a pretty penny, as you see, 32 million, and we got rid of Shrivers. Basically, my thought was when we sold Ta that we're going to need to score more goals than we concede, because I figured we concede a lot, and which didn't actually happen. So, yeah, pretty good. He did all right. He played pretty good. Not as good as an 85 should, I think, but Butner moved up 2 to a 71. We're not playing right backs, but I played him a lot as a right midfielder in a pinch, and as well as a defensive midfielder. And he did pretty good. He's got great crossing, so that's why I like putting him out wide. Campora is another guy we signed in our center back signing craze. He didn't move up. He's 71. Tuncaro moved up 4 to an 81. Ostunale moved up 3 to an 80. Lopez moved up 1 to a 73. He's probably a guy that I'm going to get rid of. I think we might need a better center attacking midfielder. We can move Gald to like a backup. Gutierrez moved up 3 to a 74. As you see, he's only 17. Werner moved up 3 to a 78. This Markov guy is a youth player we just signed. Left back, unfortunately. I'm going to try to loan him out and see what happens. Figueira is another youth player we signed during the season. He's only a 58. That's disappointing. Sometimes when the youth players want to sign for your team early, their development in the youth academies don't progress as much as you would like, which is what happened with him. Some guys, as you see when we get to him, it's progressed crazy, and you really make out. You just have to hope that they don't demand a contract. Potts is a free agent we signed at the beginning of the year. He moved up 3 to a 74. Pretty good. He's pretty much my 5th choice striker, though. Gaffey is a guy we just signed as a youth player. See, he's a 69, which is pretty good. We're going to try to loan him out. And this is the guy. We just signed this kid, Paul Boyd. He's 18, just off the youth squad, 72 overall, 72 years old. But yeah, he's got a good future. I think he's got like a 88 to 94 overall potential. Jack Reed, I think he's another youth player we signed. We couldn't get him loaned, but he's moved up 4. He's okay, not bad. Zulo is a guy we signed from West Brom. Barely played, barely moved up. Probably a guy we're just gonna get rid of. Silva moved up 3 to a 74. Berardo is another he's another center back we signed in our little craze. He's moved up 3 to a 72. That's not bad. We got him from Arsenal for 2.1 million. Reyes, again, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's a right back. He's not very good. 69, I mean, that's pretty good, but no speed. I don't know. Estrada didn't move up, 70. Might try to ditch him. Mendoza moved up 4 to a 74. Lowton moved up 5 to a 66. Montero moved up 3 to a 75. Hiralej, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I doubt it. But anyways, he didn't budge, so I'll probably get rid of him. Romero moved up 3 to a 76. Mireles moved up 3 to a 73. Nguma, he's got some stats going, but he didn't move. He's another center back. I told you we signed a lot. Warren, we put him out on loan. I don't think he actually even played a game. Lancaster, we put him out on loan. Barely ever played. And that's it. So we're still only a 4.5 star. I wanted to get us up to 5. But alas, no such luck. Our youth staff, again, we still got the same 3 guys, all 5 stars. Our youth academy, we got this goalkeeper, he's kind of gone down, but we got a better one who's probably going to be the guy who's the goalkeeper of our future. As you see, Shekadanov, Igor, I think we just signed him. His overall isn't very good. His potential probably is going to drop, and we probably won't even actually be able to sign him. Alonzo Miller, pretty good overall. Potential is okay. Martin Mendoza Hansen, his overall could be going better, and his potential's okay. Michael Balkan, 61 to 75 is good. 83 to 94 is really good. I think we just signed this guy too. And here's the other goalkeeper, 63 to 67, 90 to 94. That's really good. Bloom, 64 to 68. He looks pretty good. Again, another winger though. And this guy could be pretty good. So we got some depth in the youth team. On top of the fact we just signed like 3 more guys from the youth squad. So, yeah. And I think we're nearing the max of the amount of players we can actually have. We'll do player stats. We didn't really have anybody. Martial scored 11 and Lukaku scored 10. I think we spread the love. I don't even know if we got anybody on assists here. Yeah. Clean sheets, Butland with 31. And then we'll go through the team stats. Goals, as you see there, 11, 10. Tunkara had 7. Montero had 4. Potts had 4. Januzaj had 4. Cruz had 4. I'm thinking a lot of these 4 might. I don't even remember him if he scored for us. They're probably from Man United. Cruz with 4. And again, a lot. We spread it around a lot. Assists, yeah. Lukaku and Martial had 4. I actually think Imprata had like 6 or 7 assists when we let him go. Marston with 4. And then as you see there, a lot of guys with 3. Some more with 2. And then the clean sheets. Look at that. We had a couple yellow cards. That might have been when he was with Man United. And as you see there, Cruz had the highest overall. Like I said, I think he was our player of the year. And more than likely, the guys at the bottom are always our... Wow, Reed. Yeah, and Lopez. That's... I don't know. That's why I want to kind of get rid of him. But yeah, I mean that's about it. We're over 15 minutes, so I don't really know if there's anything else to talk about. I don't really know what I'll probably do. I've been waiting forever for Minecraft to come out on the one, and I think they're getting close. So I'd really like that, and I think 2 weeks from now is Watch Dogs that comes out, but I don't know how I'll be able, if I'll do videos on that. Or Minecraft is much easier to make videos than a game that like Watch Dogs, which I don't really know if but anyways, I'm just rambling, sorry. I'll just end the video. So thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you all in the next one I do. So adios, peeps.